future. All right, so we got to determine what the topic of that paragraph is. Let's think about that. I think this is mainly, these were all other cultures. Now we're just focused on the United States and what we do. So I would just say this paragraph is about current traditions in the United States. And we'll just abbreviate US. All right, so now we've got our topics for each of our paragraphs. We've underlined some key details, and we can underline the ball being dropped in Times Square and toasting in the new year. Those were key details that supported that paragraph. So the last paragraph is just a question for you. What are things that you think you could improve on? Make a list of different resolutions and circle one that's most important for you to fulfill. Resolutions typically are difficult to keep. Accomplishing a resolution can be more successful when you have a specific plan for how you will achieve your goal. Try to form a plan for how you will keep your resolution. Always remember to keep working toward your goal, stay determined, and never give up. Happy New Year. I'm going to keep that paragraph separate. We're not going to highlight that one because that doesn't really go with the rest of this article. We talked about doing that yesterday, and we're going to continue talking more about your particular resolutions tomorrow. But I want to come up with the central idea for this whole article. Okay, let's go back and look at that title again, The History of New Year's Traditions, and think, is that the central idea? Talks about Babylonians, that's history. Talks about January and Julius Caesar, that's definitely history. The Christian church, yep. Then we talk about different cultures and what they've done in our current tradition. So these are all about traditions, and that's what the title suggests. So I think that the title of this article is pretty much the central idea. So in that box at the very end, we're going to write, I'm going to say, let's just use the title. If it works, if it makes sense, if that's what the whole article is about, there's no reason in coming up with something different that makes sense. So let's put the central idea is the history of New Year's traditions. Now, I just want to tell you, it doesn't always work out so nice and neat like that, but in this case, it does. The central idea is just what the whole article is about, generally. And then it breaks it down into, we looked at earlier, these paragraphs, specific topics that support the central idea and the key details that support the topics. So it goes detail, topic, and then pull it all together. We're synthesizing everything together that we've read and highlighted and annotated into the central idea, the history of New Year's traditions. Now you know how to read a nonfiction text and annotate it for topic sentence, key details, and synthesizing all of that together to help you figure out the main idea. Don't forget, the title is often very, very helpful in determining the central idea.